up, but it's one of those that just slides down. So hopefully we're okay for the whole video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Diana and I make videos all about my life here in Germany. I am back, guys. I was gone for about 3 weeks. If you did not watch my last video, then you wouldn't have seen that I said I was going to Japan, and now I am back. I had the most amazing time. I would highly recommend that everybody go to Japan. It's totally different than any country that I've ever been to. And now that I am back, I actually wanted to make a video all about differences between Germany and Japan. I am quite excited to talk about this with you guys because, you know, most of the videos that I make are making direct comparisons between North America and Germany, but now I can actually compare Germany to another country. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this video, and let's go ahead and jump right into it. So besides the obvious fact, like the amazing toilets that they have there that clean your butt, play music to you, and make you nice and toasty down there, this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm actually going to be talking about some of the cultural differences that I noticed, as well as just some of the surroundings that are a bit different. So first off, I gotta say Japan is one of the cleanest and most organized countries that I've ever been to. Whether you are in a city or a smaller town, it's completely impeccable. It is super clean and organized. And when I got back to Berlin, I was a bit shocked because I realized how dirty and disorganized Berlin actually is. And I'm gonna insert clips, I think I have some, so that you can see exactly what I mean. People, when they get off of the trains over there, they are so organized in their walking. They don't rush to the doors, they don't rush up the escalators. Everybody lines up to go up the escalators. They line up to get into the subway. And in general, people are very respectful of their surroundings and their environment. So that's definitely one of the first things that I wanted to mention. Another thing that I actually found quite shocking is that despite the fact that the city is so clean and so organized, it is extremely difficult to find a garbage can anywhere. So you might find them outside a 7-Eleven or a Family Mart, which are the convenience stores over there. But other than that, if you are walking in a park or just around the city, it is extremely rare to find a garbage can. So Josh and I actually found ourselves holding our garbage for the majority of the day, or trying to search for a garbage can. It was impossible to find one. And it's quite different than, of course, Germany. If you are walking down the street in Germany, there are garbage cans everywhere. And even though there are garbage cans everywhere, for some reason people here still, throw their garbage on the floor and they litter. But even over there, if there are no garbage cans, people are very respectful. And also, they don't eat on the streets. They don't just snack as they're walking to work or walking to wherever. If you buy something from 7-Eleven, people will just sit outside the 7-Eleven, or sometimes they'll even have tables in there where you can sit, and people know that this is part of keeping their environment very clean. So they are, again, very respectful when it comes to that. So something that was actually quite shocking to me is I didn't actually realize how much Japanese people smoke. I had no clue about this, and obviously coming from Germany, I'm used to people smoking everywhere. But what's really cool in Japan is that they actually have smoking rooms. So you'll see these glass rooms just in the middle of the street, or if you go into buildings, they'll have an area specifically for smokers so that they don't litter outside, and also so that they don't inconvenience the people around them, which I thought was really cool. And also throughout the streets, if you look on the floor, they'll actually have no smoking signs. So people just know that they have to go to this designated area to smoke. And I think this is a really cool concept, and I hope in the future that Germany will actually implement something like this, because for those of us that don't smoke, it can get a bit irritating to be surrounded by that all the time. So I know that everybody nowadays is super addicted to their phones, but Japanese people take it to another level. Whenever they get into the trains, they will just be on their phone the whole time. They barely look up. They're just like glued to their phone, and it's totally different than Germany, at least Berlin. I feel like here people don't have technosis. They're not very addicted to their phones. I've had friends who say like they don't care if they'll leave their phone at home, it's not a big deal. But in Japan, everybody is just constantly on their phone, and something that I found actually quite cool and quite different is that people have their smartphones, so like their iPhones, whatever, Androids, but then they'll also have a flip phone, like one of those old school flip phones, and I was kind of just peeking over to see what they were doing, and what they do is they actually play video games. So this is a phone strictly for video games, and people from all different age groups. I saw, you know, teenagers and people in like their 50s play on their flip phones, and they are very, very addicted to this. And I have not seen a flip phone in so long, and I can't believe that it's so popular over there. Now, the last thing that I wanted to talk about was the language barrier. Now, I didn't find it too difficult to communicate over there just because it's actually quite simple, because they have a lot of signs all over the place in English now that they are gearing up for tourism for the 2020 Olympics. So actually it wasn't too bad. I was kind of worried about that, you know, I would have a hard time understanding people or just getting around. But what I did notice is that even though people do speak English, they don't speak it as fluently as they do in Europe. So nowhere near that level. I actually did interact with people through hand signals quite a bit of times. Even people my age or younger, it doesn't seem like English is on the top of the list for languages for them. They can definitely communicate, but it's broken English. So that was definitely different, and yeah, it's refreshing because I feel like, you know, whenever you go anywhere, you expect people to speak English. It's just one of those universal languages. But it was cool just to see a different side of things. But if you are planning on going there, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Like I said, there are signs everywhere in English. And obviously you have your phone and Google Translate, so it's not that difficult. And usually a lot of restaurants will have English menus. So yeah, don't worry about that. You will definitely be able to get around. So that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it interesting to learn about a different culture like Japan. I'm not like on the board of tourism for Japan. I wish I could be because I love it so much, and I know I'll be going back there very soon. But if you guys have any interest whatsoever in going to Japan, go for it. It is an amazing country and you're gonna have an awesome time. But that will be pretty much all for today's video. If you guys haven't subscribed already and want to, if you like my videos in any way, shape, or form, please hit subscribe. It would be amazing and it really means a lot to me. But I will talk to you guys all in my next one. Have an awesome day. Bye!